Okay, so in today's video, we're going to go through searches. So let's start. The first, I guess, motion command sort of thing we're going to go through is, searching. So if I type in /, it will put me on the command line, and whatever you type will be searched. So if I search for self, it will find the next instance of self. So just before I continue, be sure to set ink search for visual highlighting. It just makes, so whenever I search, it will highlight the first instance of whatever I'm searching as I type. So just keep that in mind. So that will find the next instance of self. And if I press N, it will find the next match of self. And you can just keep pressing N until it reaches the end of the document. If I just keep going down and down, it will go to the end and then wrap to the beginning of the document. So now I'm searching from the beginning again. Shift N goes in the opposite direction, so I can just keep going up, and now I've wrapped around, and yeah, you get it. Okay, so that's the / forward search. There's also question mark, which does backward search, so it searches but going backwards by default. So if I search for self, right, it will find the instance backwards, the first instance backwards, and when I press N, it goes forward backwards. If that makes sense. It's going up the document, so it's going upwards, forward in the backward search. And then Shift N goes obviously backwards in the backward search, which is forward in the document, if that makes sense. You really only ever need to use / question mark only comes in handy, I guess, in macros or in very fringe cases where you know what I mean. Like typically I only ever use it when I'm at the end of the document and I want to search for the previous thing without having to search self and then shift ending to go back. So okay, that's that. If you press / and enter, it repeats the last search so that you can just start where you left off. So / enter just repeats the last search. The same with question mark enter repeats the last search. So that's that. We also have *, which if I do * on the word, let's do device. If I do * on device, you can see down here it's put device in a search already for us, and it's put these little things here, which mean match the beginning of it says match the whole word for device, okay? Which now if I'm looking for device, it'll match the whole word for device, which let me think of something. I'm trying to think what's very common. So let's do in. So if I try to find in, sorry, it's hard to see with the screen key. Okay, I found a word in, the whole word in. So if I do * for in, okay, you can see it's going to search for the whole word in. If I just do, okay, it's not showing. I wanted to show in the bottom here. So if I do * for in, okay, it's sometimes showing the search, but it's searching for the whole word in. Okay, if you instead do G*, okay, it will search not for the whole word in, but any word that contains the letters IN. So in this case, it now matches linear because in is within here. So if I ZZ, print gets matched as well, init gets matched as well, train gets matched as well. So that's the difference between * and G*. If I look for the word in, okay, and *, Okay, now it's showing properly. It only matches whole word in. Okay. So with regards to the matching and, starting with and ending with, these are regular expression patterns. Actually, every pattern is a regular expression pattern in Vim, but I will go through the regular expression pattern details in a different video, because it really deserves its own video. It's if you get the topic down, you're set for, I guess, for life. So that's that. Then we also have the pound sign or hash, which does the same thing, but like question mark in the opposite direction. So if I press N, it's going to go up the document. And if I press Shift N, down the document. And we also have a G pound or G hash, which does the same. When you press N, it goes up the document. And if you press Shift N, it goes down the document. Okay, so that's actually it for all the searching commands. We also have, GD. So self here, if I go here to something like torch, if I do GD, it goes to the declaration of the torch user-defined variable. So for programming languages and stuff, there's obviously programming language specific. In Python, in this case, torch was an import, not really a defined variable. So it goes all the way to the top of the document to find the declaration. If I can find, say, self.device, let me see if I can find an actual variable. Oh yeah, here we go. Text equals text.commute. So if I come here to the word text and I go GD, you know what I mean. In Python, you usually can just define stuff in the argument list. Okay, so that's GD. G shift D is a global declaration. So GD is local declaration and GD is global declaration. This obviously depends on your programming language. In this file, there's no global declaration, so it's actually a bad example. But again, depends on the programming language that you use. Next, we have going back to the search pattern. So as you saw, I could just search for say self and then search. You can actually do a search and then another / to give it an offset. So where the cursor is placed after you find your match. So if I can just maybe go to the beginning of this document and let me find a suitable line. Okay, so here we are. So I'm going to search for self. If I search for self, it places the cursor at the beginning of the matched search. Okay. If I give it, so if I do self, do this, I can give it an offset. So any number, say maybe, where am I? I'm on this line. If I say self and give an offset of 5, it will start the search 5 lines down from where I am. So if I do self, it actually, not start the search there, but it finds the self and then offsets me 5 lines down from, so it finds the self and offsets me 5 lines down from where that match was. So again, if I do this self, it offsets me 5 lines down after it finds the match. So you can do it like that, self, or as you saw, it already did it there. +5 does the same thing. If I do it like this, with -5, it places me 5 lines above where the search matched. You can also do, so where am I? Here. I can also do self and then E to, place you. So if I do E plus, it places me 5. So if I do E +5, it will place me 5 characters after it matches the search. So if I do this, the search, the whole word matched ended, words. The match ended here, so it matched this word and placed me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters after the search. So if I repeat that search again, it puts me an I. You can do the same thing for E minus 5 to place me 5 characters before the end of the search. Okay. We also have an S variant, so self to place me 5 characters after the start of the matched word, of the matched pattern. So in this case, after S, so the beginning is at S, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is where it placed me. And you can do the same with minus, so 5 characters before. You can do the same thing with B. So B does the exact same thing as S. It's like an alias. So if I come up here, self B minus 5, same thing as S, just the mnemonic in this case would be beginning. And then the last one of these offsets we have is if I do say self and then semicolon, right? It will execute, I guess. I'm trying to think. How do I word this? So you do semicolon, and then you can give another search command, like device, and it will execute the first search and then the next search. So it found self and then found the next device. I think it makes more sense if I do self and then semicolon, find torch afterwards, which, well, yeah, it's a weird one. I'm trying to think. So it won't find, there we go. It finds self and then executes the find torch. So that's how you can chain searches. So self, and then say we want to find device afterwards, right? And then say we want to find, I guess, another device. So you can just keep chaining searches like this. And obviously all of these work with the question mark variant, except this just goes in the opposite direction. So that's it for searches. Next we'll do patterns, where we go over all the regular expression patterns. So with all these searches, you can actually fit in regular expression patterns. So if I want to match the beginning, in, but the word has to begin with in, you can do something like that with the regular expression, init and stuff. And so that'll be the next video. I'll see you guys then. Cheers.